How you doing, everybody? Nick DiVirgilio here, and today's video is about this Ludwig Evolution Maple drum kit. Ludwig has come up with a killer drum kit if you are a first-time player. This would be a great first-time drum kit. If you're a player ready to upgrade to the next level of drum kit, again, fantastic option to check out. And even if you're a pro around town needing a drum kit to take around to gigs and in the studio, this Evolution Maple can really do the job. So let's get into the details right now. The shells on this drum kit are 100% North American maple. They got a nice punchy open sound, 45-degree bearing edges on all the shells, nice triple-flanged tubes all around, so you get great tone and resonance on all of the drums. This is a 6-piece shell pack, snare included, but what's very cool about this, you'll say, well, Nick, you have 7 drums there. Yes, that's because you get a free 8-inch rack tom, which is very cool. So the sizes here are this: 8x10, 9x12, 14x14, and 16x16-inch floor toms, 18x22-inch kick drum, a matching 6.5x14-inch snare, and the free 7x8-inch high rack tom over here. So really 7 pieces for the price. It's killer value for money. You could break down this drum kit, play as a 4-piece, a 5-piece, take the whole kit and caboodle to your gigs, whatever you want. There's a lot of really cool stuff here. So let's get into the sound of the drums. Snare wires off, and I'll play these toms first. Really great tone interval between all of the drums. Very easy to tune. Now I want to show you something here real quick. I outfitted the drum kit today with Evans UV1 heads on all of the rack toms except for the 8-inch because they don't make an 8-inch version of that head yet, although that's coming in the future. So on the 8-inch tom there's just a G1. The UV ones are single ply heads with this kind of newfangled coating they have that's more durable and just gives the drums a nice punchy tone. On the snare drum I have an Evans Genera dry drum head, which is great for this drum because it really does do that dry thing really well. It has a piece of mylar all the way around the edge of the head, and then they put vent holes on the top of the head just to add to the dryness, so it really controls the snare drum sound in a great way. And on the kick drum, you'll notice you don't see the Ludwig logo on the front of the kick drum. That's because I'm using a kick drum pack that Evans makes, where you get EQ3s for the resonant and the batter side, and one of their EQ pillows for the inside of the drum as well. One thing I do want to show you before I move on is the heads that do ship with the drums right out of the box are Remo Pinstripes. 2-ply head clear, so you get a nice big thick tone out of the 2-ply head. A great sound right out of the box for sure. One thing you want to do when you're getting a new kit out of the box is definitely play it, use the stock heads that come with the drum kit, but then in order to make that drum kit yours, get your sound, your vibe, your feeling out of the drums, putting on new heads is a great way to go down that road because there's a lot of head options. Certain heads will manipulate drum sounds in a certain way that are really good and unique, and there's so many great head options out there. So to get your own sound, that's a great way to do it. And these Evans UV1s, the single plies, and the EQ3s on the kick drum, they're really making this drum set sing in a great way. All of that said, let's get back into the sound of these toms with the snare wires on so you can hear the buzz in the background a little bit. Big, beefy, and warm. The maple shells are really singing and resonating in a nice way. All right, now to the kick drum. Again, it's a 18x22, big and beefy, EQ3 heads on the front and back of the drum, and a little bit of dampening with that pillow on the inside. So here we go. Snare wires off. Nice big round tone. I have an Atlas kick drum pedal down here with a felt beater. So if you want a little more attack, get a beater with a plastic head on it and you'll get even more snap out of the kick drum sound. Let me put the snare wires on for you and do the same thing. It's really amazing what snare wires do when you turn them on. They definitely add a little bit of attack and punch to the overall sound of the drum kit. Now to the snare drum. Again, it's 6.5 by 14, and it's very sensitive. So here we go. Killer tone. This Genera dry head is really giving the drum a nice, fat, cracky tone to it. We played a little groove for you, just a basic rock groove here. A lot of fun and very inspiring to play. Get a good side stick sound with this drum as well. Now, let's get into the hardware. The rack toms come with this old school sort of rim style system. I don't know if you remember the rims from way back in the day, but had a similar look to this, so the drums definitely hang and resonate the way they're supposed to. The lugs on these drums are a little smaller versions of the old school Ludwig lugs. So they look good, and with this black finish, transparent black finish, it's a very classy looking drum kit. Speaking of finishes, the Evolution Maple comes in 4 different colors. So you see this one here, transparent black. These are all lacquer finishes, so it's very high quality. Now I have some of the other 8-inch toms over here to my left, and let me show you the other colors that this drum kit comes in. This is the transparent blue, really pretty blue color. This is the red burst, fades into black as it gets towards the edge of the drum shell. And this one is their mahogany burst. One last thing to mention, for the 8-inch rack tom here, you do get the tom mount that is attached to the cymbal stand. So right out of the box, you're good to go. Add it to the rest of the drum kit and you are ready to rock. One final thing to mention, as with all of my videos, I encourage you to check out the text below the video where there's going to be links for all of the gear I'm using. The cymbals, the heads, the sticks, the microphones, the recording interface, even all the gear I use for the music you hear me playing on the in and the out of the video. There you have it, everybody, the Ludwig Evolution Maple Drum Kit. If you want any more information about this particular kit or any other Ludwig product, just contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thanks a lot for watching.